be the difference going out there in the field as opposed to Florida in right field?
Oh, I mean, obviously you got the third deck here. You got 30,000 more people in the crowd on average. You have a different wall, but we do have a practice field down in Florida with the same dimensions as Camden Yards, so that helps having that down there and kind of practicing on that field a good amount. So I feel like I'm going to be able to adjust pretty well to it. I worked really hard in Florida and felt like I came a long way even from when I started beginning of March working on outfield, so I feel pretty confident about it.
I think the thing that's going to help you is you've embraced it so much. You really wanted to attack this thing.
Yeah, from the start, I wanted to get on the team, whatever it was, first base, DH, outfielder. I was ready for whatever role was given to me. I danced with the Oriole on top of the dugout to thank God I'm a country boy if it meant being on the team. So yeah, I mean it's really, really cool to be here.
I'm sure you received a lot of advice about playing outfield. What's some of the best advice you've heard in the last week or two?
Brady Anderson told me down in Florida, you just have to be confident in your abilities and almost have a certain kind of cockiness almost out there, like you can make every play, and you just have to be really cool, calm, and collected out there. You can't be too jumpy when a ball comes off the bat. You've got to want the ball to come to you and just trust your abilities. So that helped calm me down, especially in the games. I really tried to put that into practice, and Kirby's also been working with me on just getting reads off the bat, taking like a drop step right when the batter makes contact to either side, wherever I think it's going to go, and reading it for a second before reacting. That helps a lot too.
I'm sure you've already talked about it, I apologize, but I'd love to get your thoughts on just, you've had a taste of, playing here and had some great success on it, but now to be a part of opening day, to run down, the orange carpet in center field. Any idea what that's going to be like and what it means to you to
it's going to be incredible. I came to these games growing up like every summer when I was a kid. So, being here and being on the team is really cool, and that definitely took a little bit of time to set in back in September, and I think that'll happen all over again this week.
Trey, a lot of fans, I guess for the Orioles, look at you like a new prospect almost, just because you haven't spent too much time up here. You spent 3 years in college. You went through pretty much every step of the way through the minors. How valuable is all that experience and all that playing time to you now, taking your...
people sometimes wonder in baseball why players don't go straight to the major leagues out of college. It's because you have to go through so many ups and downs, and you have to learn so much about yourself and the game, and it's more mental than anything. Mentally understanding what it takes to be more consistent and how to hit at every level. And it's taken, I'm still working at it now. It's not anything I've mastered, but I've definitely gotten better at it. And it's great to be here. You grow a lot in 3.5 years after getting drafted. So it's definitely a dream come true being here.
As far as like critics and I guess the team too, they all have a lot of faith in your bat. And you talked about how mental you've grown as a hitter. Mm-hmm. But with the switch to the outfield, you really haven't had nearly as much experience or time doing that. How do you think that it's going to be a development for you at the major league level?
Yeah, it's definitely going to, I'm going to still have to develop into, I'm not ready to crown myself like great outfield. I've never played in a major league game in the outfield, so, it's definitely up for judgment, but I think I'm going to adjust really well, and I'm going to work hard every day to become the best outfielder I can be, because I know having that dynamic to my game is going to be huge for me in the long term too, as far as helping the team right now.
Question about your power, and I'll leave you alone. We all know Norfolk is tough to hit home runs, and you said you didn't change anything with your swing, and it served you well. They go out easier here, but you're facing tougher pitchers, obviously. Yeah. Is that a nice thing for a guy coming up from Norfolk?
Yeah, I'd say in a way. It's always kind of in the back of your mind, a little bit. If you still hit the ball really well, you'll get it out, but it's definitely one of the tougher parks that I've hit in. So, again, if you're thinking about it too much, it's not going to matter because you probably won't be doing well either way. So it's not really, and that's another thing I've had to learn. You can't let where you're playing affect anything in your swing. And, if you fly out to the warning track a lot, that happens. Hopefully they see in the scouting report that it might have been a home run at Camden Yards. But, it's definitely different, I'd say, hitting between the two parks.